Hello parents, I'm Mr. Burton and this is my Curriculum Night AP Calculus AB presentation. Here's my contact information. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have a question or a concern. Parents, I need you to understand that calculus is harder than any math class your student has ever had before. It is filled with new concepts and new notations, so it's a lot like learning a brand new language. One reason why calculus is harder than previous math classes is that it is far more cumulative. Your students are used to learning something in Unit 1 and then sort of forgetting about it shortly thereafter. Maybe they'll never see it again depending on the concept. And especially these days when we sort of have done away with midterms and final exams, everybody can exempt. So students can just sort of borrow the information and then forget all about it. Calculus just doesn't work that way. Unit 3 is a test on everything in Unit 3 plus everything in Unit 2. Everything truly builds. By the time you get to Unit 4, a Unit 4 test feels like a midterm because you cannot be successful in Unit 4 without actively remembering everything you learned in Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 4, and it just goes on from there. Another thing that makes AP Calculus harder than previous math classes is the amount of memorization. Here is a list of some of the formulas that your student will have to memorize by brute force throughout the semester. So I'm just going to scroll through some of these. So that's just from first semester. Then we get into second semester, and we have a whole new set of formulas. Pretty ugly looking, and they all just have to be memorized. There's no way around it. Your student has never had to memorize this many formulas before. Finally, AP Calculus is more complex and abstract than any previous math class. I'm not saying all this to scare you. I just want you to understand that AP Calculus requires not only an exceptional aptitude, but a very solid work ethic and a significant investment of time. So if your student has a job or participates in sports or other extracurricular activities, it may impact their performance in AP Calculus AB to the point where they may have to make some tough decisions around priorities. Some students can't work a job and be successful in AP Calculus. So here's the bottom line, parents. For all of the reasons I just explained, I need you to understand that students who have never struggled in math before may struggle now. Really, this class is only for students who have always made A's in the past. Nevertheless, some of my students will make A's, but some will make B's, and some will make C's. Hopefully, nobody fails. Being the wonderful parents that you are, right now you are asking yourself, what can I do as a parent to help my student be successful in AP Calculus? And the answer is, help me diagnose problems early and treat as needed. And the number one tool in your diagnostic toolkit is Infinite Campus. You can either log in from a computer or they have an app for your phone. Using this, you can see your students' grades at all times. So make it your responsibility to know how your student is doing in AP Calculus at all times. That way, if there is a drop in the grade, you'll see it and you can reach out to me right away and we can get to work on a solution to help your student get back on track. Another diagnostic tool is your student's math notebook on OneNote. Let's say you noticed that your student got a low score on something and you wanted some insight into what is going on. Obviously, first you're going to talk to your kid and ask them what's going on. Maybe they'll give you some insight, but then ask your student to show you their math notebook on OneNote. It should look something like this. We have a tab for each unit, so right now I have Unit 1 selected, and then we have a list of pages down the right hand side where each page represents an activity. So right now I have selected the Day 8 warm-up, and then if I click on this, this is the Day 8 classwork, this is the Day 8 ticket out the door, and this is the Day 8 homework. This is where your student does their work. So if you click on one of these pages and it's blank, that means your student probably did not do that activity. So if you notice that your student got a low score, you might want to click on some of these pages, specifically the homework. So this is the Day 8 homework, here's the Day 9 homework, here's the Day 10 homework. So you're looking for, is the homework thoroughly complete? Are there only answers? Are there problems that were skipped? What's going on? By the way, don't worry, I did ask Katie Bieber if I could use her notebook for this video, and she gave me her permission. Next, I want to show you some resources that I've provided for students. So if you click this little green arrow right next to the Unit 1 tab, it takes you up a level into an area that I call the lobby. So this is an area where I provide resources for students. If you look right below the title, you're going to find the unit calendar. So looking at your student notebook, you saw, Day 8, Day 9, Day 10. If you want to know what day we're on or when the next quiz or test is, you can scroll through this calendar, which tells you what's happening on each date and when we're doing each lesson, like Day 4. We were just looking at Day 8, so let's scroll down to Day 8. So notice that we have a blank copy of Day 8. So a student who wanted to do extra practice could copy this blank page into their notebook for extra practice. Below that, we have the Day 8 homework key. So this is my answer key that I've provided so students can check their answers to the homework. And below that, there's a page that says Day 8 homework video. So this is a link. So if a student clicks on this, it will launch a video. In this video, we will practice finding limits by factoring, rationalizing, and a variety of other algebraic strategies in the numerator and the denominator. This is something that happens very often, so we can cancel that out without changing the limit. So this will equal the limit as x approaches 2 of x plus 4 over x plus 1. So as you can see, that was a video of me explaining step by step how to do every problem in the homework. Every homework has a video, and some of the classwork also has a video. For example, you can see that on Day 7, the classwork has a video for it as well. At the beginning, I told you that as parents, you can help your student be successful by helping me diagnose and treat problems as they arise. So far, I've given you a couple of ways to diagnose problems using Infinite Campus and using your student's math notebook on OneNote to see what's going on in there. Now let's shift and start talking about how to treat problems that arise. The main treatment is something that I call the homework protocol, which I summarize as do it, check it, watch it, and redo it. Students who follow the homework protocol every night will get the best grades of which they are capable. To get the benefit out of your homework, students need to not only do it every night, but then they need to check their answers using the answer key in the lobby. So now you've done your homework and you've checked your answers, and let's say you found out that problems 11 and 13 were wrong. Well, then I want you to watch the tutorial video that's also in the lobby. You can skip ahead to the problems that you got wrong and watch those videos without copying. Put your pen down, watch the video, have that aha moment. Oh, that's how you do that problem. And then go back to your homework and redo the problems you got wrong by yourself. Students who follow the homework protocol every night do much better on tests and quizzes. So let's say your student fails a test. You want to diagnose the problem. So you get on Infinite Campus and you notice that their homework average is 25%. Well, mystery solved. They are not even doing step 1 of the homework protocol. That's probably why they failed the test. So you might want to have that student show you their homework every night for a few nights until they get into a good habit. On the other hand, what if your student failed a test, but then you look in Infinite Campus and you see their homework average is 99%? Well, chances are they are not doing the homework protocol. They may be doing step 1, they're doing the homework, but are they checking their answers? Are they watching the tutorial video? Are they redoing the ones they got wrong? Worse yet, when they do their homework, are they doing it by themselves, or are they just copying the entire thing off the video? In a case such as this, you might want to have a heart-to-heart with your student about the homework protocol. Remind them that they need to do it, check it, watch it, and redo it, all without copying off the answer key or the video. You might even want to have them do their homework at the kitchen table a few times, so you can sort of look over their shoulder a little bit and see if they're actually following the homework protocol, at least until they get into a good habit on their own. Here is another treatment. If your student has been following the homework protocol, but they still don't feel like they understand what they're doing, please send them in for extra help. I'm available in the morning at 7:30, and I'm here after school until 4:30. I keep an availability chart on the front board that indicates if I am unavailable due to a parent conference or a faculty meeting or something like that. Even though I encourage my students to come in for help, very often they won't come in until they get a little nudge from mom or dad, or sometimes they just need transportation. If your student fails a test, another treatment that we have is recovery. Send your student in for extra help. I will go over their tests with them and answer any questions that they might have. When they feel ready, they can take the recovery test and replace their original failing test grade up to a 75%. The recovery test must be done before the next test. In summary, you can help your student be successful by helping me diagnose and treat problems quickly when they arise. We can diagnose problems by frequently monitoring Infinite Campus and by looking at a student's OneNote notebook. We can treat problems by making sure that students are following the homework protocol, attending extra help sessions, and completing the recovery process. Anyway, that's it for my presentation. I hope you found it useful. And since this is curriculum night, I'm going to close with this slide outlining the curriculum. So, soak it in.